Hello again, and welcome to Crime and Music. I'm your host, Brian J. Kinsley, and with me, as always, my friend Ben Rupel.
Merry Christmas, Brian.
Merry Christmas. It's not Christmas, Ben.
Brian hates it when we timestamp these things. It could be Christmas 2024. People could be listening to it then.
Merry Christmas. Happy 4th of July. Every other Wednesday, know that this man and I will bring you a true crime podcast about people in and around the music business and their misadventures into law breaking. If you like music history, crime history, murder mystery, and more, check us out wherever you get your podcasts or crimeandmusic.com. And all the social medias of Crime and Music, too. Still, that doesn't change.
No, right. No, I said Merry Christmas because we were just talking here before we started the show, and I asked Brian, I said, hey, when's this episode that we're recording right now? When's it coming out? And he's, it's coming out on Christmas Day here in a couple of days. And I'm like, Christmas. I wonder how many people on Christmas Day, we're all busy that day. You know, I mean, here, at least the Western civilization, we're a lot of Christmas stuff, Kwanzaa, Ramadan, Hanukkah, all that stuff. People are busy. All of a sudden, this gets dropped on like one of the big days.
Yes.
People download. I mean, are we on cars right now? Are people driving on the expressway with their kids and their family and the dog in the back seat? There's probably some green bean casserole sitting between a couple kids with some towels, trying not to burn anybody.
Don't hurt.
And they're listening to us. If anybody, I swear to God, if anybody's listening right now and there's green bean casserole in your car, take a picture, put it on the socials for us, and I will send you a premier beer from Michigan.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Green bean casserole in the car on Christmas Day. Kids, dog, whole entire thing. Chevy Chase, whatever's.
If you have the green bean casserole pick in the family truckster, then send it off to Crime and Music Twitter, or Crime and Music Facebook, Instagram, any of those. And Ben will send you a premium beer from Michigan. What brewery are you thinking?
I'm thinking maybe Founders. I got a couple in mind in Founders that are pretty high end.
That's a good Grand Rapids brewery.
But there's a couple pretty good ones that are out right now. Big, huge beers.
Beer
nice.
City, USA.
Yeah, some beers that would age well. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
All right, guys, that's the thing. I imagine people are sitting around their fireplaces having a bunch of gifts just unwrapped, and they're just like, you know what? Let's all listen to a radio show together. Crime and Music.
Yeah, like in the 1930s, they're all huddled around the old Wurlitzer or whatever the radios, you know, the big huge
Let the
console.
tube warm up.
Hey, I was at my dad's and he's like, hey, check this out. He this was just the other day. Got one of those big record players from his buddy's mom's house.
The cabinet console.
Yeah, and he puts an album. He goes, this is what I'm listening to, and he flips a switch, and all you can hear is the needle on the album. He goes, like, Dad, you got to turn the volume up. He goes, oh, no, you got to let the tubes warm up. You got to let the tubes warm up, man. And it
That's
slowly,
awesome.
within 10, 15 seconons, comes to life. The tubes. It's all about tubes, Jerry.
Tubes. No, Rock did attain
Well, it's all about holes.
it's hole. Like Turner, check that episode out. It is all about holes. He's kind of right.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, man, the tubes thing, like they say, Rock attained perfection in the 70s, man, with that sound and vinyl and all of it. And I think it did sound more rich and more deep and I don't know. Nowadays it's kind of hollow.
Before it was digitized.
It's funny because we're going to get into that today because now it's time for Ben's favorite game. Guess the guest. Are you ready?
My favorite game is actually Naked Twister.
Well, I mean, it depends on the participants, but sure.
So far, I've only got one participant.
Solo, been
It's
practicing
me.
a lot. I am ready for
And it's-
competition, everybody.
Less of Twister than it's just me in the shower.
Just fell down.
I use a Twister mat as my shower curtain.
Get caught up.
That's
in it.
what it is.
You know they have Twister shower curtains.
I think they have Twister game pieces that people turn into shower curtains because they're basically,
A shower curtain.
yeah.
That's a good call.
All right.
How to upcycle. There's
That's
it's a whole other
yeah.
segment on the show, the upcycling with Ben and Brian.
Reduce, reuse, recycle in that order.
That's a good Jack
All right.
Johnson song. All right,
Yeah.
you ready here?
Yeah.
All right, nicknames. There's only one.
Okay.
Monk D.
Monk D.
Monk D.
No, don't
No.
got that.
All
I better
right.
have more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna free
Monk D.
hand a lot of this here. We're gonna freehand this. Let's see.
Freehand.
Multi-talented, triple threat.
Okay, so I'm thinking of an artist, and I think it's a he because I think.
I'm
we
pretty
got
sure
there.
you read it when I was writing the cards up in the office, but that's fine.
No.
No, you didn't see it?
No.
All right, I saw you looking at the printer. All right.
Oh no, yeah, I was. You know.
All right. Triple threat. Can sing, can dance, and can act.
I'm thinking. Nope. Now you have me at a disadvantage here if I'm right.
Halftime.
I'm thinking it is a boy band guy.
You're not wrong, but you're also not
as right as I usually am.
Right. Then that's a clue in itself.
Not a boy band guy.
Definitely is associated with boy band
Is this somebody?
guys.
Let's just start here. Brian, is this somebody I know?
Oh my God. Yes, absolutely. This is the Christmas gift of all that I'm giving you.
All right.
That's time.
He's somebody that likes to have hamburgers?
It's somebody who does like to have hamburgers.
Is Mark Wahlberg?
It's Mark Wahlberg! Yay!
That's like the only boy band guy I know.
Well,
who else would I know?
Donnie Wahlberg, but
don't know him.
He's on Blue Blood. We'll get there. We'll get there. Mark Wahlberg is correct.
Woo!
I looked for nicknames on Mark Wahlberg. It said Monk D and then M. Wahlberg. Like, that's not much of a nickname.
That's more of his name.
That's kind of your name.
Yeah.
So
it's like if you want to address a letter to him, you could do that.
Monk D.
No.
M.
Wahlberg.
June 5th, 1971. Born Mark Robert Michael Wahlberg in Dorchester. It's a neighborhood in Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah, he's definitely got that accent down when he wants it. He can. We've all seen him in movies.
Oh, absolutely. We'll get there.
He turns it
no
right
spoilers, dude. No spoilers.
I like this guy.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
You're not gonna, but all right.
And
then we're gonna take heat for that. So, hey, it's not me. I didn't do any of this shit, man. This is all on Monk
You better
D
not
here.
diddled any little kids.
No. All
right, good.
All right, Marky Mark. Here we're called Marky. Marky was born in Dorchester in Boston, so he's like Ben is saying, he's got that accent.
Yeah.
That what is? It's not mid-Atlantic accent. What is that? That's
East Coast
draw or whatever.
It's a Boston accent.
Tommy, I'm gonna go park a car. Go listen to Click and Clack and the Tabbet Brothers on PBS or whatever,
they make any
NPR.
new ones,
Well,
the
one's dead.
Did
so
one die?
No,
Yeah,
but
okay.
they
I do like
doing
those guys.
Yeah. What was that show called?
Car Talk.
Car Talk. Yeah, on NPR. Those are guys
my
from
brother's
Boston.
an idiot, you know.
Don't drive like my brother. Don't drive like my brother. Ha ha. It's like Mario and Luigi. But that's Boston, and that's where these guys are from. Mario. The only racism that's still accepted. Italian racism. Oh, look at me, I'm Mario. Nobody says a word about it. Italian-American Anti-Defamation League's like, whatever. They went after Jersey Shore, but they leave Mario and Luigi alone. They're like,
I think we make fun of the Irish still, can't we?
I'm pretty sure you can do whatever you want to the Irish. No one's... Oh, Marky Mark. He's Irish. Here we go. All right. He's got parents, Elma Aline Donnelly, Irish, and Donald Edmund Wahlberg. His mom is a bank clerk and a nurse's aide, and his dad was a teamster who worked as a delivery driver.
Okay. I'd see that.
His father is of Swedish and Irish descent, so there you go. And his mother is of Irish, English, and French-Canadian ancestry.
Yeah, well, French-Canadian descent is just French descent.
You're just from France.
You're just from
Canada.
France. Yes, from France.
France. That's how it's spelled on the card. All right, he is the youngest of 9 children.
9!
No, they're not Germans. They're Irish. There's some 9 children. Boys and girls. Obviously, it's not just all boys. He's got a couple of famous people in his family besides him. He's got actor Robert Wahlberg. Have you heard of him?
No.
He's in films like Southie and Mystic River, The Departed.
No, really? I didn't know he had another bro. I mean,
Gone,
the other
Baby,
one
Gone.
I've heard.
And he has actor-singer brother Donnie Wahlberg.
That guy
You might have heard of him. Yeah, he's a founding member of the boy band New Kids on the Block, so he was right there.
So, yeah, okay.
Outside music, Donnie does things like he's got roles in the Saw films. He was in The Sixth Sense, Band of Brothers.
Now, hold on.
His big thing now is that he was in the Blue Bloods TV show with Tom Selleck. He plays Donnie Regan, police officer, which is kind of funny because what we're going to talk about.
They kept his name, huh?
Yeah.
Hey,
Danny,
so hold on.
Donnie. Yes.
Mark Wahlberg wasn't in that band.
We'll get there.
He wasn't. Okay.
We're right there, buddy.
Hold on. No, I New Kids in the Block.
All right.
I thought he was in that band.
He was. We're gonna get there. I got 2 cards to go through. All right.
Hey, by the way, the cards. Can I have one of those, please?
Sure. Are you gonna show the people?
No, I'm gonna. I want to look at this card. So Brian the other day texted me, goes, Dude, I'm taking the podcast to a whole new level.
Whole new level.
I'm typing out the cards. Because Brian, what he does is he has a bunch of index cards, little 5.5 by 3, by, I don't know, whatever.
That was me riffling index cards.
Yeah, index cards. He writes all the things out. I think we've talked about this a little bit before. He writes them all out, and Brian's handwriting is pretty good. I mean, you can read it. He can read it. I can barely read. So
you can just barely read.
I know.
It has nothing to do with handwriting.
So he's like, this is taking it to a whole new level. I can do it so much quicker because all these little factoids can just be, shoved onto a card instead of writing them all out. So he's got to print them all out. But not only that, he has a lot of he's got things are highlighted. Everything's numbered.
I got links and numbers and footnotes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying.
Yeah, so we
trying to bring us to the next level.
Whole new level, people.
The 18th century.
Get ready for it. We lost that card.
Luckily, they're numbered, so it's okay. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, we're back to Marky.
No, I just want to make sure the audience knows that Brian does a lot of work for you people.
I try. Patreon.com/crimeandmusic if you want to help out. Oh, speaking of which, we have a new Patreon donor.
Donor?
Yes, we have another monthly donor here, as we do at Patreon/crimeandmusic. So yeah, we want to say hi to Scott. Scott, thank you so much for listening. Yeah, man, we appreciate it. That's going to help with things like cards and technology and,
booze money.
We pay for things like beers and stuff.
Booze money mostly.
Right. Okie dokie, back to Marky. We talked about him being Irish and Swedish and all that stuff and his descent and his heritage, right?
Is he related to Marky Post?
He is not, but he is a distantly related to author Nathaniel Hawthorne.
Oh.
He wrote the Scarlet Letter. I don't know if you know the big
I know the name Nathaniel Hawthorne. I probably would have struggled with any of his works.
Yeah,
I've heard of the Scarlet Letter.
Our Old Home. Yeah, these are written in 1850, 1863, stuff like that. He's also distantly related to Celine Dion, Halle Berry, and Madonna as well.
Well, I guess if we go by it, we're all related.
We're all 64th cousins, everybody. You probably know this. He was raised Roman Catholic.
I think most of your Irish folks from the East Coast were.
Your Boston Irish people.
I'm gonna go with most of them are Catholics.
Pretty Catholics.
Yeah.
Marky attended Copley Square High School in Boston with notable alumni Danny Wood, Donnie Wahlberg, Mark Wahlberg. Oh no, there's a guy Albert C. Eaton. He's an actor, and Karen Miller. She was the first African American female firefighter in the city of Boston. So all those famous people went to the same high school.
She's very famous.
She's in there with Danny and Donnie and New Kids.
Well, I mean, she's not famous for being a firefighter. She's notable.
That's what it says. Yeah,
we do like our first responders here. We're
pro. I'm a fan of pro.
We're pro first responders.
Absolutely.
Here. Yeah.
All right. So at the age of 13, Marky's developed. It's 1984. Marky's developed an addiction to cocaine and other substances like alcohol and weed.
How old is he?
13.
And he's on the cocaines?
Yes.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. No, he ran with a rough crowd. We're gonna get into some street thuggery here in a minute.
Maybe it's hard for us to even imagine some of this stuff because when we grew up, you didn't have a choice. You didn't get to run with any crowd because we were kind of not out in the sticks, but
no,
you didn't just leave your front door and there were cars going by and people walking around.
No.
We were not in an inner city.
We're suburban kids.
Suburban/country kids.
Pretty much.
So
in between the cities and the farms, literally.
Yeah, even if my mom and dad had a pretty loose leash on me, I could, for the most part, go do whatever I wanted.
We were raised what they call free-range kids. We were free-range children.
Well, it sounds like he was too.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah, but
he 9 kids. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna watch all 9 of your kids.
I mean, if he's
get the hell out of here.
He's doing cocaine at 13.
Yep.
Free base kids.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. As we discussed, he's the younger brother of Donnie Wahlberg of the boy band New Kids on the Block, right? So his older brother, and I think he's like 14 years older than him or 13 years older than him.
Yeah.
Like a T-bone situation kind of with a gap. They're Catholics, so they're like,
right.
Whoops. Oh, we had another kid.
As he was doing cocaine, is that where they wrote that song, The White Stuff?
The White Stuff. Oh. We'll get there. Donnie was actually like trying to help out his little brother. So basically, like you said, Marky was actually one of the original members of the group, but he quits after like a few months in. He's like, I'm not doing all this singing and dancing stuff like that.
This is gay.
So not that there's anything wrong.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Now it's you got me off guard there.
I love it. We can just like say some super bad like mean thing. But if we, put Seinfeld on,
Put a
it's fine.
Seinfeld
It's fine.
sound
It's
bite.
good.
We're joking. Anytime you hear the Seinfeld, it means we're joking.
Hey, if people are getting mad at us, at least they're having some sort of a
There's a reaction.
response.
Yeah, I've touched you in some way. That sounds bad too. Okay, so here's the thing. We got it. Marky was in New Kids on the Block, right? But he leaves after a couple months, and then Danny Wood, Jordan Knight, Jonathan Knight, and Joey McIntyre join the group. They're like, "Oh, you get the thug out of there? We're in. Let's do it."
Oh, hold on. Before those dudes showed up, what was the group? Just him and his brother?
Him, his brother, and a couple other local area kids. They didn't do like an open call. They did like a neighborhood call.
Okay, so the New Kids on the Block then was
Yes.
basically just some buddies that were dancing in somebody's bedroom.
I feel like they were the New Kids on the Block.
Well, I mean, they
who
weren't.
sort of
they
joined
weren't.
together.
They
like, oh.
weren't pop. They weren't. I'm banging on Mike's stand. They weren't big. They weren't pop. They weren't getting
Oh
record
no
deals.
no.
They were just some dance,
Right.
a dance troupe.
No, they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
They're just like, hey, do
Figure
we
it
want that kid? Nope, 2 left feet.
Yeah,
Boot that kid and let's pick up Joey McIntyre.
yeah. I guess I can. I remember some dudes. They're a little bit older than me in high school that danced.
All
And-
that I
Yeah, and there were a
needed
couple of
was
them are
you
neighbor dudes,
in my
and-
life.
and they were good.
Oh, girl,
But still, at the end of the day, it was just dancing.
all that
I'm
I
sorry.
wanted was you.
Until the day I thought it was kind of cool. Until the day our little town had a
Talent show?
parade. No,
Oh,
a parade.
The parade.
Oh, and they did do talent shows, and one I'm sure did real well in some
you guys had
talent shows.
like mock rock and stuff at your school.
Yeah. Well, we had this little town parade through the streets of Flushing.
They
3
call
blocks.
it lip sync battle now.
So these 3 dudes
Oh God.
got like a hay trailer and pulled it with somebody's old pickup truck,
Somebody's truck.
and they draped it. They draped it with like some bed sheets and
Dude,
threw some cardboard on top.
oh yeah, you gotta have your
Oh,
cardboard.
and they danced, and they were awesome dancing.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, they're just getting pulled through town by an old Dodge pickup truck on a hay trailer, spinning on their backs.
spinning on refrigerator boxes.
I was like, I'm over that. They're not even throwing any candy.
1984, you could listen to some sweet Van Halen album at that point in time, man. I think it's called Van Halen, 1984.
Yeah.
So, okay, you got New Kids. They just formed without Marky. 1985 comes out. He drops out of school at the age of 14 and joins a gang.
Oh, yeah. Cocaine habits are expensive.
He's reportedly in trouble with the law around 20 to 25 times for dealing drugs and various offenses like petty larceny, like snatching stuff off of hot dog carts and things like that,
Like what? Mustards?
No, pretzels is actually what it said, stealing pretzels from hot dog carts.
That sounds like a pretzel cart, Brian.
It said pretzel from a hot dog cart, man. I just do the research. I don't,
I've never heard any of this crap about this guy.
If it's written down 3 times, that's a fact to me. So. June 1986. Marky and 3 friends chase after 3 black children, Jesse Coleman and his older brother and his older sister. Now, Marky and his buddies are yelling stuff at like, we don't like black N-words in this area, so get the fuck away from the area. And then they chase the kids on their mopeds. Who are the rich assholes in the mopeds? Get out of here. We don't like your kind. And so they start throwing rocks at them.
They started throwing rocks at these kids?
Chucking rocks at these kids, right?
That's not nice.
Then along the way, Marky, quote, summoned other white males who joined in harassing the kids. They're all yelling.
Summoned?
It says, quote, summoned.
Is this a Lord of the Rings episode all of a sudden?
I don't know what he did. And he's like, yeah, he did. Marky's like, you shall not pass.
Yeah, next thing you know, they're orcs.
And they're yelling. Everybody's like, kill the people. I'm not using that language. So finally they give up after they chase the kids into a Burger King, and they're just like, fuck it, they made it to Burger King. We better go.
Burger King, it does suck.
Dude, yeah, but it's saving people's lives. I mean, the Burger King.
Hey, you wanna hear a story about fast food?
What we have to say, sidebar.
Sidebar. So I got one of the chicken sandwiches from Popeyes.
Oh my God, how was it?
Okay.
Is it really good?
Let's just get. I don't know how many people know about Popeyes.
Okay, yeah. What's the
Popeyes
basis
is
of this? Set the history real quick.
Popeyes food.
People
is,
know the chicken sandwich
Well,
wars.
maybe not people in Somalia.
All right. Well,
I mean, whatever.
The people of Wyoming will never know this.
I don't think people up north in Michigan know about Popeyes. There aren't none up there.
All right, explain it to me. You got it.
So it's a fast food joint, and they make their quote unquote style is Louisiana style. So it's fried food, fried fish,
Yep.
fried chicken and shrimp, and they make like po' boys and sandwiches and chicken, fried
rice
chicken.
and beans and stuff like that. Oh, it's really good. We got one around here.
It's fine. It's fast.
It's
food.
better than KFC, I think. Go tell your story.
I mean, you're setting the bar pretty high there, Brian. So, so no, it's I don't frequent a Popeyes or many fast food places for that, ever. Well, a few months ago, it was probably 8 months ago, Popeyes came out with this chicken sandwich, and they didn't know how good it was, I guess, and people flooded to it. They couldn't handle the volume of people that were coming in. They were running out of food not even an hour into their day, and they're out of this food. So they just said, all right, we're shutting her down. We're going to retool. We're going to come back in a couple months with that same chicken sandwich.
There were fights and lines. People were stabbed.
Oh, it was disrupting traffic because people were lined up around blocks
for a chicken sandwich.
For a chicken frickin' sandwich. Chicken frickin' sandwich. So
frickin' chicken is a different franchise.
Kicking chicken?
No, frickin' chicken's it's a Texas franchise. Anyway, go ahead.
So they come back out of the sandwich, and I'm hearing about it. It's on the radio programs and stuff. People are talking about it. I'm like, I get one of those chicken sandwiches. I tried to get one the other day, and now they've been out now for a few months.
They had a thing where bring your own bun because they didn't have buns for the chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
People were doing it.
All it is a fried piece of chicken, right?
Apparently,
probably some mayo and some pickles on a bun.
It's a good chicken
sandwich. How can it be that great? But all you're hearing about is this chicken sandwich.
People literally got stabbed for this chicken sandwich. I'm not kidding you. I read articles where people were stabbed because they wanted a chicken sandwich.
I get that, though. I get that.
Well, you've had it. I don't even know what I'm
Well, I can stab. I'll stab somebody for some food.
I'll stab you for some food.
A couple weeks ago, I was like, hey, I'm by a Popeyes. I'm going to go get – I drove through the drive-thru. Nobody's in line.
Nice.
And I'm like, what the hell? This is way too good to be true. And they're not talking. I thought they're not closed. It says open. And I'm yelling at the drive-thru. The computer screen's on. I'm like, hello, hello. And I go around to the window. I'm knocking on the window. I'm like,
my God,
hey, you guys open or what? And they're like, our fryers are broke down. They won't be back online until dinner tonight. I'm like, oh, man. I've heard so much about this sandwich. So now the hype is just
It's so
building.
It's building and building.
Typically what happens when something gets built up with the hype, it lets you down.
You can't live up to the hype,
You can't live up to the hype. It lets you down. So Buddy and I were going out doing a little last-minute shopping for Christmas, and we're going by a Popeyes chicken, and I about yanked the wheel and said, we're going to Popeyes. I will buy you. We're getting these sandwiches.
I am getting a chicken sandwich.
So we go in there. We just go through the drive-thru, order a few chicken sandwiches, a spicy and a regular.
Nice.
And they're good.
Yeah.
They're freaking good. I mean, they're pretty good.
You got me, man.
They're pretty good. I mean, did it live up to the hype? Close.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, it didn't just. Here's what it was. It was a quality piece of chicken, a big fat piece of chicken like that. Like they didn't take that chicken breast and slice it into thin layers.
Pound it down.
It was a full-on piece of chicken breast, battered up, done right, southern fried, with a nice, tangy, spicy. That spicy one was spicy. The other one was just mayo. Pickles, bun. Oh, it was good.
Man.
I think for like $4 a piece or something.
Jeez.
Worth.
I guess so. Yeah.
You eat one of these. You eat one of these chicken sandwiches. That's enough. That's enough for a lunch.
All right.
Yeah, it's good.
Nice.
All right. So Burger King, they ran into a Burger King.
Speaking of legendary, not living up to the hype, Burger King. No.
Hey, people talk about that unbelievable Whopper.
They say it's unbelievable. Like it's apparently, I'll wait for lab grown meat. I'm fine with that. But
I'll eat whatever is not going to kill me and taste good.
I'm not eating sticks and twigs pretending
as long as
to be.
It tastes good.
Now, see, that's the thing is I am a vegetarian because I eat a solely vegetarian diet. My food eats vegetables. No. All right, so they chased this group of fourth graders into a Burger King, right?
Fish eat other fish, Brian.
They're carnivores, I guess, then, right?
Do you eat fish?
I do eat fish.
Hypocrite.
We came from fish. I'm a cannibal. All right, so again, much like people who don't know when they should give up, Marky the next day follows this group of fourth grade school children with the same kids from yesterday. They're taking a field trip to Savin Hill Beach. And again, they start yelling racial epitaphs at him. They're like, hey, we don't like your kind around here.
He's
and
like
they start
14.
throwing rocks at him again.
He's 14.
Yeah.
You should be in like 8th grade by then, right?
We dropped out, I believe.
Well, that's 8th. No, I'm sorry, 9th grade.
8th, 9th grade, yeah.
And he's chasing these 4th graders around?
Yes.
Not cool, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, regardless of the 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 racism here.
Yeah.
You know, eighth graders, ninth graders shouldn't be chasing around fourth graders. That's not fair.
No, on your mopeds. Let's go bully some people.
That's kind of weak sauce.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, those are nerds where I come from. Kids on the scooters bullying fourth graders.
Because you know what could happen if you did that? And you got beat up by a fourth grader?
Oh, dude. Your
yeah.
rep is wrecked. So
go home.
All right, they start throwing rocks at him. This time that rocks actually hit people. Kristen Atwood takes a rock, and Emily Haar, she takes a rock too. But teacher flags down and pass an ambulance, and Marky and his buddies run off. Like, oh, God, an ambulance.
I wonder how these stories get reported. I mean, there was no official report.
This?
Yeah.
Yeah. This was in Rolling Stone. This was in there's a whole FBI file
No.
on
I mean,
Mark
at
Wahlberg.
the day that happened.
Oh.
You know, I mean, how do we know that was?
Oh, there's a police report.
Oh, there was, and
yeah.
they identified these.
Yeah,
these
literally.
hoodlums.
What's her name? Kristen Atwood. She fought. There's a whole thing with her, and like I remember distinctly. And then they actually came back and re-interviewed her because Marky tries to have this all expunged later.
Well,
we'll get there.
I think that there's a tough in our real world, racism is natural. Me against you. It doesn't need to necessarily be our race. It could be our
differences.
Our differences.
Yeah,
whatever our
whatever.
differences. And when you're a kid, you're just a dumb little kid. I'm not making excuses for it. I'm just saying it is what it is. It is the way this world works.
Yeah, you're different
it's
from
tribalism.
me.
It's the guy on the other side of the street. It could be something as simple as, hey, your shoes are brown, mine are white. It could just be whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever differences we can identify, we will go up against that. If we can get a couple people on my side and a couple people, you know, like the Puffians and the Hula Gals. I mean,
yeah,
it is, and this kid's now just rocking the streets of Baston, and he's gonna go get into some trouble. I'm sure he's getting into, and he's going after, and that doesn't mean there's not time for a change. Because I hope by now, Mark Wahlberg has identity. He's like, I guess I wasn't racist. They were just different. I don't have any problem with black people.
I would think you're getting ahead of us, though. But August 1986, civil action is filed against Marky for violating the civil rights of those kids.
All right.
So,
what year was this?
1986.
So he's now like 16?
Yeah, what did I say, 71 or something like that?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Whatever, yeah.
The case gets settled the next month, and Marky, he's good. Like, he doesn't go to jail or nothing like that. Marky claims that he, quote, stole cars, rolled rich kids, and was freebasing cocaine by the age of 13.
Cool.
Asked if he was a good thief, Marky said, quote, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty daring.
Pretty daring.
That's what he said.
You think he could hotwire a car?
Probably, honestly. He spent a lot of time on the streets. A lot of this stuff is like ticky-tacky little, you know.
Without YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, you had to learn from somebody.
I know.
suppose. I mean, I was only the youngest of 3 in a Catholic family, and man, I had a lot of unsupervised time. And I met some people I probably shouldn't have met certain times. Not like horrible bad people, but you know, those kids who were like, this is how you hotwire a car. Like you take these 2 wires. Not that I'm learning how to hotwire cars. I never did, but like, you know.
I
could see it in a city like that, being left alone or unsupervised.
Just getting in trouble.
Yeah, basically. You're just exposed to more in a big city like Boston. April 1988, Marky assaults middle-aged Vietnamese man on the street, calling him Vietnam fucking shit. And he knocks him unconscious with a large wooden stick.
Vietnam shit.
Vietnam fucking shit.
Vietnam fucking shit.
And he busts the 5'3" inch stick, which broke in half across the dude's head. And
5 foot, like a pool stick?
It sounds like a pool cue, but it was just like a wood pole, almost like a
broomstick.
Yeah. Marky flees the scene. He was down the block. He sees another Vietnamese guy standing on the corner, right? Marky runs up to him and he says, Please coming, let me hide. And so after the police cruiser passes by, Marky punches the guy in the eye and he falls to the ground.
What a dick!
That's what I'm saying, man. Marky was arrested, returned to the scene of the first assault, and he told the police officers, quote, I'll tell you now that's the motherfucker whose head I split open. Investigators noted Mark Wahlberg, made, quote, numerous unsolicited racial statements about
So he hit the kid,
the Vietnamese guys. Yep.
Ran away, kind of got away.
Yep.
And then went back to...
Well, no, he hits the guy, right?
Yeah.
And the dude with the wooden pole, he whacks the dude was carrying a case of beer from his car to his house. And Marky runs up and just attacks him. He's like, fucking Vietnamese shit. And then the dude goes down. He's like, oh, okay. And so Marky runs down the street. He's like, I don't want anybody to, get the cop. There's probably cops patrolling more in cities than suburbs
they're
and
not
stuff.
too far away.
So he sees this other dude standing on the corner. And he runs up to him. He's like, hey, man. Hey, cops coming. Hide me. And the guy's like, okay, I guess so. Cop car passes by. Thanks. Waboom! Sucker punches that dude because he's Vietnamese. And then Marky runs off. So it's like 2 assaults, a little bit of time in between. They take him back to the first assault where the dude had got hit with the wooden stick. And he's
What do you mean they take? Who's they
the
take?
cops. The cops,
the cops caught him.
Well, they want to, hey, ID the guy, right? They're like, hey, we caught a guy. I want you to ID him.
So the cops did catch him after he hit
Cops
the
did
second
catch him
dude.
after he hit the second dude. Well,
Okay.
I mean, they knew who he was. He's been busting the law up in Boston for a long time in this Dorchester neighborhood.
Okay.
So they go back. So the first Vietnamese guy, I think his name is Tan Sing, can identify him. And that's when Marky says, I'll tell you now, that's the motherfucker whose head I split open. So he had confessed to
All right, he's
the
a bad
crime.
He's trying to be badass.
Right. Investigators noted that Wahlberg made numerous unsolicited racial statements about the men. They use Vietnamese racial slurs. And
The shit fuck.
Yeah, basically. He was charged with attempted murder. And then Marky believed he permanently blinded the second victim, Johnny Trin, in one eye because Trin was like, oh, my God, I can't see. But then he's like, I lost that eye in Vietnam. So,
What side do you fight for, I wonder?
it does not say. That's what it said. He's like, we lost it prior in the Vietnam War.
Yeah, he had it burned out with a hot poker. I saw that, Rambo.
Oh, good Lord. And so Marky pleads guilty to felony assault. Even though he was 16, he is charged as an adult. He's sentenced to 2 years in jail at Suffolk County Deer Island House of Corrections.
That's not a boys' school.
No. He serves 45 days of his sentence, and then he is released. A quote from Marky about prison, quote, as soon as I began that life of crime, there was always a voice in my head telling me I was going to end up in jail. 3 of my 4 brothers had done time. My sister went to prison so many times I lost count. Finally, I was there, locked up with the kind of guys I'd always wanted to be like. Now I'd earned my stripes, and I was just like them, and I realized it wasn't what I wanted at all. I ended up in the worst place I could possibly imagine, and I never wanted to go back.
Hey, that's how it's supposed to work, right?
That is the exact intention
Right.
of rehabilitation in prison. Correct. You're like, this place sucks. I never want to be here again. Correct my life.
All right, kids, there's a lesson to be learned here.
So he does.
Without having to go to jail, you can learn this lesson.
He does his 45 days. He leaves his gang. Once he gets out, he starts going to church. He starts talking with the priests, getting some guidance from them. He gets a job as a bricklayer.
Okay.
Good, honest work.
Yeah.
But brother Donnie has other ideas for him.
Okay.
Donnie's like, my brother's not going to be a bricklayer.
Now his brother is kind of popular at this time.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
hugely famous and
Okay.
popular.
Okay. That's I think good. You got to put that into the timeline.
That's
a little
why
bit.
you're
Right.
here to ask these questions. Yep. So yeah. Definitely.
So he's out being a hooligan,
well,
and his brother's out
being a world famous music star.
because that was at the same time.
Yes.
But there were a ton of kids in his family, so it sounded like one kind of was doing
Yeah.
the thing, and the
Yeah.
rest were kind of getting in trouble.
Well, again, Donnie's like 13, 15 years older than Marky. So
oh, is he that much older?
yeah, like I said, it's like a T-Bone situation. I think
Holy
Marky was
shit! I didn't
was a
know. I
oops
didn't know they're
baby.
that far apart.
Well, yeah, because it has him graduate in high school. Like everybody else was like in the 80s, and then Marky was like later in the 90s. Or
Is
something
he like
that.
the
So,
youngest of the family?
I don't think he's the youngest, but he's one of the youngest.
Okay, so
I couldn't find a lot of detail. I didn't go looking for a lot of detail on his fans. Freaking Mark Wahlberg. I mean, everybody
Yeah.
knows.
Okay. No, so he's out. Okay. So his brother's now thinking, I got to be a good big brother here.
Right. So 1990, Marky, at the urging and helpfulness of his brother Donnie, starts recording with dancers and rappers. You got dudes like Scotty G, Hector the Booty Inspector, Ashley Ace, and DJ T.
I don't know any of those guys.
Well, you put them all together, and they're known as Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
So they just put this band together.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, happy birthday. You're in a band.
Now you're famous. Don't fuck it up.
He got that prison looking body though.
Oh, dude. We'll get there. So Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch earn a hit with their song Good Vibrations. Come on, feel it. Come on, feel it. Come on, feel it. Yo, it's about that time to make forth the rhythm and the rhyme. Anyway, it's produced by his brother Donnie. It hits #1 on Billboard's Hot 100, later becoming certified as a platinum single. The second single, Wild Side, peaks at number 5. Remember that? Take a walk on the wild side.
I thought that was a Lou Reed
He
song,
did. He just redid it.
Oh.
And so that's peaks at number 5 on Billboard's Hot Singles sales charts and number 10 on Billboard Hot 100.
Was it Lou Reed?
It was, who's Velvet Underground? That's Lou Reed.
Ah.
I think you're wrong, but I'm on the same vein as you. But anyway, his version of Wild Side gets certified as a gold single. It was well received.
Okay, 2 biggins.
There you go, right out the gate. When your brother sets up you with pretty much a turn and crank one-hit wonder, you do it.
Turn your crank?
Turn and crank.
Turn and crank.
1992, speaking of turn and crank, Marky does a series of underwear ads for Calvin Klein.
I still have those hanging up on my wall.
I bet you do. Those shots were shot by Shots were shot by Herb Ritz, and Annie Leibovitz also did some famous shots of Marky in his underwear for Vanity Fair's annual Hall of Fame issue.
Yeah, she's a big name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing that's weird. Marky was born with a third nipple.
No.
They airbrushed it out of his modeling work. And at this point, he might have had it removed, but yeah, he was born with a third nipple.
Oh.
Just wrecks the whole image, doesn't it? That's what we do here, people.
A third nipple.
Yeah, what's that for?
Use that to your advantage, Marky Mark.
Don't airbrush it out.
Take that on the road.
He also gets a workout video entitled "The Marky Mark Workout: Form, Focus, Fitness."
That's stupid.
Can you feel it, baby?
He probably made money on it. Whatever. He's trying to. Well, you know what though? Thinking about it, maybe it was stupid, but at least he was trying to branch out from just that one thing.
Yeah. No. Right.
And he did.
Diversify. We learned that. Diversify. August 30th, 1992, at Savin Hills Tennis Courts in Dorchester, Massachusetts, USA, without provocation or cause, Marky viciously and repeatedly kicked Robert Crenhan in the face and jaw.
What? Without provocation?
Or cause. At the time, Robert was being held down by Marky's bodyguard, Derek McCall.
There's got to be reason.
Robert receives a broken jaw. Both Marky and Derek are charged with assault.
That's assault, brother.
And battery. But days before the trial, they reach a settlement. Crenhan said, Crenhan, who had to have his jaw wired shut, said he was satisfied with the settlement and didn't want to pursue the case any further.
No, he did not say. He please pass me that blender full of strawberries and yogurt.
He looks great, though, now.
Can you put some pizza in it, please? Does pizza liquefy? Can I liquefy a roast?
You can liquefy anything. That's a fact.
I don't think it's a fact.
Well, all right. All right, you know what? Right now, we're gonna take a mid break, and we actually have a song sent to us by a listener.
For a mid-break song?
For 100% reals, this is the song.
Oh, I'm excited.
It's called Melancholy Ballad.
Well, I want to listen to the whole thing. Can we listen to the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Melancholy Ballad by Sola.
So who?
Sola, S-O-L-A. Melancholy Ballad by Sola.
Thank you, Sola. If I ever get remarried, this is going to be my wedding song.
You walk down the aisle for this.
No, man, not the walk down the aisle one, like the first dance song.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And I want to dance fancy. Like a spin move right here, just like in the hip. Yeah. Oh, and then you pick it up a notch?
Change time signatures there.
Of course, I'm white, so I never can get my hands above my head. Just again, like, it's far enough.
And we're back.
All right. Well, that was fun. I like to hear that song by our listener.
Sola.
Yeah, thank you.
That was very good. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else wants to send us a song? Yeah.
You can send us any of your songs or anything like that to crimeandmusic@gmail.com. And yeah, man, we'll put you on there. That was cool.
Takes a village, Brian. Takes a village.
It does. All right, are you ready to get back into Marky Mark and his Funky Village, Funky Bunch?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we talked about some bad things that Marky did with like the racism and
so I still
assault
don't
and stuff like that.
So there's no given reason why he beat that dude up in the tennis club.
No. And from what, we need a soundbite that just says payola, because, yeah, that dude, he's like, I'm not saying nothing.
Oh, yeah. And that wasn't
he's like, I'm not saying nothing. I'm good. No, I'm good. Marky, me and Marky are boys. We're good. Yeah, man. He's like, you got me on a weight loss program and everything. It's great. So, yeah. But we do have a rare positive influence from Marky here. There's a guy named Father Jim Flavin.
Flavin.
That's Flavin. So Marky and this priest strike up a friendship, he's going, because like you said, he's going to church and stuff like that, and trying to do right. Flavin here, Father Flavin, has a quote about Marky after seeing him in front of the judge one time. He was in the courtroom, watching kids and stuff, and he said, quote, he was just pouring, quote, quotes are hard. Quote, he was just pouring it onto the judge, I'll never do it again, I'm sorry. And he was wonderful. He started tearing up, and the judge just melted and said, all right, this will be it, though. And he turned around and started out, and he looked at me and winked, and I said, you little bugger. That was an Academy Award performance in the courtroom that day.
You little bugger.
Well, he's a priest.
I know, right? I like that. Bugger.
Bugger. You jumping catfish. Father Flavin says that he could barely see over the steering wheel when Marky was driving around waving at him when he stole cars. He's like, hey, Father. So now I got a priest backing up his story of boosting cars as a teen. I'm inclined to be all right with that. 1992, the second Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch album, You Gotta Believe, is released.
Yeah.
Considered a commercial flop.
Yeah, I guess I don't remember a lot of his music.
AKA, it was not well received.
Well, here's what I do. I remember he had a couple of those songs. They were big.
Yes.
And he kind of disappeared for a little bit.
You're correct.
Yeah.
So
this is the time he's disappearing right now.
This is why, because readers of Rolling Stone voted Marky Mark the worst singer of the year.
Oh my, that's mean.
Especially in a Rolling Stone.
I guess he had it coming to him.
Can you feel it, baby? Can you feel it?
Just randomly hitting people and throwing rocks at kids. Yeah.
Yeah, the karma's a bitch.
Yeah. All right.
1993, Marky makes his acting debut in the TV film The Substitute.
A TV film.
Yes. Now here it is.
We call those Netflixes now.
Well, right. A high school substitute English teacher resorts to murder to protect her murderous dark past while seducing a student who begins to suspect her true identity.
Well, seducing a student.
The taglines are, she loves her students to death. And pray she doesn't call on you. 5.4 stars out of 10. It was shot in 20 days and only premiered on the USA networks.
Yeah, USA. Do they still have that at network, you think?
I think they do. I think there's an app you can get for USA. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I got to harken back to one of our conversations that we had a few episodes ago.
Sidebar.
Hanna-Barbera does have a streaming service.
Yes, I thought they did.
Unfortunately,
you got to pay for it.
No, they have. Yeah, it's like all of them. Oh, but you can get like a 7-day free trial and stuff.
There you go.
But I can't get it on my TV.
Why?
Because my TV's
TiVo.
not even that old.
Oh.
But it has no way to download the app.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, no problem. I was on the PlayStation. Nope.
Oh.
PlayStation won't download the app either. I think it has. There's only a few things, including like Roku and Fire, whatever those other things are.
Now
so
you need a Chromecast or an Apple TV.
But they got all the Captain Cavemans on there. All the Scooby-Doos.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Captain Caveman!
Yeah, it was actually called Captain Caveman and the something.
And Friends?
No, they had some girls that hung out with them.
Random chicks who played instruments.
Yeah. Yeah.
Captain Caveman and the Pussycat Dolls?
I think that's it.
No.
No. Okay.
The Cavettes?
It's something. I don't know.
Something all 70s.
They're all on there. No, there's a bunch of
We had this conversation, Speed Buggy and Jabberjaw and the whole bit.
Oh, I'll get there. I'm going to get the thing. Somehow, maybe when that new PlayStation comes out, I'll get that and I'll be able to get on there.
I believe you.
All right.
1994, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch released their third album, Life in the Streets.
How was that received?
Oh, well, first of all, let me tell you about it. It combines rap vocals with electronic-infused reggae and, quote, European dance floor, quote, music.
European dance floor music. Yeah, okay. I've heard
that's
that.
all I got.
I've heard that song.
I've
heard
that
that song.
right.
That's a good song.
Those dudes, you ever watch those videos, those looper kids? Like, they'll have the little loop stations.
Oh, they're pretty when they use their voice.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's I like that. That's
like,
fun.
wow, man. Like, you got some free time, buddy. Like,
They're good.
They are. It's entertaining.
That's talent.
All right.
I mean, it's just hitting buttons.
This Life in the Streets adds all that stuff.
So is playing a piano.
With Marky Mark rapping over top of it. Break forth the rhythm and the rhyme. It had a single on there called Happy People, a German #1 hit.
Shiny Happy People?
Just Happy People.
Oh, wait, no, that was a U2 song.
The Germans, we like it very much. It's very good and entertaining.
I got a dog down here.
Dog? Which one is it?
Brian has two big, huge
Golden Retrievers.
Golden Retrievers.
Twinsies.
And they're huge.
They're going to be on a podcast soon, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I sent their picture to this one podcast, and he's like, hey, man, like Florida Man podcast, I think, is going to have daily dog podcast.
You're a celebrity.
She's pretty, you'll see him on the Twitter if you want to see the crime and music mascots.
Yeah, they're blondes.
Yeah.
You know me and blondes.
The dumb blonde shtick. What were we talking about? Oh my God. June 3rd, 1994. Marky's big screen debut comes with Danny DeVito's feature film, Renaissance Man.
I remember that. I don't remember being good.
All right, it's the story of a failed businessman who's hired by the Army to teach a group of underachieving recruits in order to help them pass basic training.
Yeah, I don't remember that movie.
Marky Mark plays Tommy Lee Haywood, a recruit who's underachieving and needs help to pass basic training. And as I recall, they used drums or beating on the desk or something and rapping to get him to learn how to, like, the UCMJ or code or something. I don't know. He's like, okay.
Is this from you knowing the movie?
Yeah, I remember it.
Oh, you remember that much of it?
I remember. I was looking into it because he plays like, I'm not being mean, but like the dumb kid. He's like, I just don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. He's like, I don't learn like everybody else. And then Danny DeVito's like, no, it's like clap, 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 clap. It's like, you are in the Army. And he's like, oh, I get it now. You know, like, he's like, thank you, Danny DeVito. And they salute him and stuff. And, you know. You just can't take Danny DeVito seriously because you watch too much Sunny in Philadelphia.
I've watched Danny DeVito and things ever since Taxi.
All right, you can't bang your tail on the ground if you're going to make noise, man. It's coming up in the microphones.
It's not my tail, Brian.
Hey, go. Shoot.
Uh-oh, somebody's getting yelled at on air.
Go.
It takes a lot for this dog to make a 3-point turn.
She wants to be right next to you.
Look how sad she is, Brian.
Lay down. She's outside the acoustic wall now. I can't see her.
I can still hear that tail. Not that far out. Look it.
Still, I see tails hanging underneath though.
All right, we're friends with dogs. We have dog friends.
We're very dog friendly.
Yeah.
You can have your dogs on the Twitter. I don't care.
Yeah, I only have one dog now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I gave Beth her dog back.
Oh, well, that's a better story than having it die or run away.
We're getting it back though for every once in a while.
Community dog.
It's a transient dog.
If you'd like to have Ben's dog at your house, leave us a message on Twitter.
It's a nice dog. His name's Bruce.
We'll work Bruce into your rotation. 1995. Marky appears on The Basketball Diaries alongside Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, they're both real young then.
He plays Mickey. It's a big hit. 7.3 out of 10 stars on IMDb. The true story of the death of innocence and the birth of an artist.
This was a made-for-TV movie?
The Basketball Diaries.
Okay.
Absolutely. Every punk on the block says it's not going to happen to them, but it does.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I don't know. People liked it. Basketball Diaries.
All right.
You got Leo Caprio in there. It's good.
I wonder if that was before or after he was on The Growing Pains.
Oh, I think it was after.
And think about that. If they were on that movie together,
yeah,
or that show or whatever,
movie,
they're both titans of Hollywood today, right? I mean, wouldn't you consider them two of the bigger
Leonardo DiCaprio and Mark Wahlberg? Yeah,
bigger names in Hollywood currently?
I would say,
and probably aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
I would think not. No, these are going to be the elder statesmen here pretty quick.
Yeah.
So-
Watch out, Stallone. Wahlberg's got your number.
That's true. I feel like was Mark Wahlberg in the Untouchables or whatever? Because that's like the last franchise where action heroes go to die.
Yeah, well, if not, he'll get there.
All right, we'll get there.
I can't. I don't think I've ever seen any of those movies. I should go see them.
Well,
I still got to go Die Hard for my kids to watch Die Hard.
oh, it's a Christmas movie. You need to watch it now.
Die Hard. I got to get that. And there was another. I've already talked about. I'm gonna have them watch all the Rambos. I'm gonna get Die Hard today. I'm gonna buy that on the way home.
Not that it's Christmas, but it's not Christmas until I see Hans Gruber fall from Nakatomi Towers or whatever it is. Nakatomi.
Nakatomi.
Not gonna ruin it
Tomy.
for you. All right, 1995. Marky releases another song, "No Mercy."
Hmm.
Eh.
Nah.
I mean, that's literally my note. Eh.
Well, he's trying to go to work.
All right, Wahlberg and this dude, Prince Atal Joe, released another album for Ultraphonic Records. It's called the Remix Album. Guess what it has on it?
All of his old hits.
It features remixes from their previous album, Life in the Streets.
Hey, let's quickly try to capitalize on that one good album we had.
And as well-
brilliant, dude.
as well as the solo track No Mercy. So we're going to resell that again. After his album with Joe Atal became a hit in Germany, Marky started putting together a musical act called One Love with him as the producer and sometimes the lead singer.
Okay.
So he's still in
over
music.
over in Germany or everywhere?
Germany.
Okay.
Well, I mean everywhere, but they're big in Germany.
Isn't that weird? How, I mean, you can have somebody who's kind of a joke or a flop or wasn't that big here, go to another country,
Huge.
and then
Or huge in Germany, guy.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, David Hasselhoff was the funniest one.
Wir like Hasselhoffen. He's very funny.
Wasn't he?
No, he's a very good singer.
Wasn't he huge in?
Huge in Germany. Still is.
Stupid huge.
Still does tours of Germany singing.
The Hoff.
I mean,
The Hoff.
was he, I don't even know. Baywatch.
Hey, didn't they remaster
I
Baywatch?
was
and
on
put it on?
Baywatch. What's he sing? Yes, they have. I was actually watching some of the Baywatch on the.
Is it remastered or
yeah,
something?
Yeah, it's all digified and stuff. It's still letter or box, so it's not like full widescreen.
Good. Some things you don't want
So,
to ruin it.
Yeah. I was watching old Seinfelds like that. I'm like, when did they go HD?
Futurama does that.
Exactly.
Actually, the Seinfelds they have on Hulu are all. They made them so that they're not boxed.
They
They're
did
not
that-
6:4 or whatever they are.
They did that with The Simpsons on Disney Plus, and they crop half the screen. Like you miss
yeah,
half the visual
They probably
jokes.
got it. Yeah, that's okay.
Dude.
Whatever.
1996, Marky has his first starring role in James Foley's thriller Fear.
Fear?
Don't you remember that one? It's about a girl who finds like this super loving boyfriend, and then he turns into a psycho, and he's way too obsessed, and he tries to kill her and her family. No.
It
Mark-
doesn't.
Mark-
it
Mark
sounds
plays
like
the-
too many different movies.
He plays the psycho boyfriend.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of a leading role.
Yeah.
All right.
The attraction was obvious. The danger wasn't.
These are the things that they would write like in the bottom of the box at the VHS store.
That's correct. At the VHS store.
At the VHS
Right.
store.
You guys know that as
Oh.
Family Video now because it's the only one that survived.
Or Beta.
Yeah.
Hey, there were pockets of the country that Beta caught on.
Betamax is huge.
Yeah, and VHS didn't.
I had to explain this sidebar. I had to explain this to my parents of how porn sets the trends for the industry of media. Like, porn went to VHS instead of Betamax. That's why we have VHS instead of Betamax. Porn went to Blu-ray instead of DVD Plus. That's why we have Blu-ray instead of DVD Plus. Porn went to MP4s and all this stuff. And like some of the back end, like the web stuff that they do, porn leads the way in cameras and microphones and 4D and VR and all this stuff as far as implementing technology into their product.
Not the porn I watch, Brian.
Oh, no, me neither. I'm just saying as a technical aspect, it's like that's what sets the trend. And so
That's why we have the internet.
I think it's probably porn. Yeah, I would say.
I think they have those charts that you can look up to see where the web traffic is
Oh, yeah.
focused on or
Like
where it goes or where it's
A
coming
map
from.
of the internet.
A map of the internet. And there's, of course, big ones on like YouTube and this and that and Google or whatever.
Are you getting your knowledge of the internet from Wreck-It Ralph movies?
No, it's no.
Oh, okay. No, what's Wreck-It Ralph?
I know what
So,
Wreck-It
I
Ralph
was
is.
like,
I've never seen
you
Wreck-It
kidding me?
Ralph.
Wreck-It
Have
Ralph
you
wrecks the
seen
internet.
that show?
Absolutely. It's on the internet.
It's a cartoon.
Dude, I am
Not the porn version of it, Brian. That's not what I'm talking about.
I'm a webmaster. I am responsible to know everything that's on the internet.
I'm a webmaster.
I've been calling myself a pilot of the internet lately. I'm an internet pilot. That's what I do.
I told a cop one time I was a student of the system and almost got instantly thrown in the back of a cop car.
I'm a student of the system.
I was going to school, taking some criminal justice courses back in college, back when I thought I was going to go be a cop.
That week you went to college?
Yeah. And so
Nice.
we're over in Canada, and these two idiots, because you could drink before you're 21 over there. These two idiots, we're with a big group of people. I mean, I swear to God, there's like 40 of us. It's people that knew people, that people that knew people.
You just skimmed over a huge, like, local Michigan thing that most people may not know. When you live in Michigan and you go across the border to Canada,
Yeah.
the drinking age in Michigan is 21 years old.
Yeah.
Back then in Canada, it was 18?
19.
19?
So for a couple beautiful years, you could
cross the border, go drinking in Canada, and then come back home, and you're just like, what? It's legal.
Yeah, no, yeah. So that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
And
You can't do
one
that
of the
now.
I don't even know this guy, all right?
Oh.
He got into a fight with another random dude in a bar.
In Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it spilled out onto the streets, and he's getting arrested. Both the dudes are getting arrested. And I went up to the cop. I'm like, officer, we'll get him back to this and that. And I'm now I don't know why I'm talking to the cop.
Yeah.
I don't even know this guy.
Lawyer Ben is talking to the cops.
I know, right?
Proxy.
So I said, officer, I'm a student of the system. And he said, you get your friend back to the hotel room right now, or I'm taking both of you to jail.
You're going to be part of the system.
And I just looked at him and go, I'll take him away. I'm good.
I don't even know that guy.
And so, like, later on that night, it's the only thing everybody's talking about. And they're passing a hat to bail him out of jail.
Oh, God.
This dude
nice.
was
That's nice.
asking to go to jail. The way he was, once the cops got there, he wouldn't shut up. I mean, he was still being a dick. You're not supposed to be a dick in Canada. Follow the local customs.
Yes.
That's where everybody's super nice. So I'm guarantee he's fighting with
Don't
another
wreck it for
American there.
everybody.
He's definitely fighting with another dude from, like, our side of the
America.
pond.
And they just have to announce it.
So they're passing the hat around. I remember me and Matt are like, guy. No, I'm not giving him a dime.
No, man. You ordered that. You got what you ordered.
Yeah, I'm out. And then he ended up getting out. He had a court date.
Canada?
Yeah, he never went.
Can't go to Canada
He'll
anymore.
never go to Canada again.
It's so close. It's right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, our superfan Michelle, I think, was in the group of people with us.
oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Superfan Michelle, if you remember that story, put it up on a Facebook or a Twitter and give the real account of what happened.
Yeah. You're saying that. I'm like, I bet I'm hacking this story up.
It's going to be completely different from Ben's account.
It probably wasn't even Canada.
Yeah, right?
All right.
Well, places that aren't Canada, well, hold on. Marky releases a solo single titled Hey DJ.
Hey DJ.
Hey DJ. Yeah, it spends 9 weeks in the charts in Denmark, and it peaks at 58 in Denmark. Hey DJ spends 1 week in the Finnish charts. It peaks at 17.
That's pretty good.
Then it was Finnish. Okay, after listening to this song, I listened to Hey DJ right before you got here, and it is so bad.
Yeah.
It's like Welcome to Miami by Will Smith, like dun, 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 welcome to my. It's almost the exact same beat. And then they got this Rick Ashley chorus going over there, like, hey, DJ. Hey. And it's like, oh, it's so bad, dude. Like, then Marky Mark's.
You're offending our Finnish folks right now.
Yeah, that's true. The Finnish thought it was great. And then he's rapping. It's singing like, like your buddy who can, like, sing along with a Biggie Smalls song really well. He's like, my car go, it's car go. It's like that. You're like, you're rapping, but, man, it's kind of choppy. It's not really flowy at all. And I'm just like, oh, that's such a bad effort, Marky Mark.
Hey, he's taking swings, man.
He is. He's taking chops
taking
at
swings.
it. I can't deny that. So 1997, he takes another chop at it. He gets more shine for his role in Boogie Nights as Dirk Diggler.
Oh, that was his. That probably was his.
That's where we're gonna taper off here.
That was
quick.
where he went big.
Yep, the story of a dishwasher who makes it big in the porn industry.
That's where he went big.
You get to see Marky's junk.
I don't think that's his junk.
He has admitted fully that was him, and there were no stunt cocks involved. I don't remember. I don't know if he admits it or not. I'm just
that was abnormal. No way.
I didn't look into it, but he's like, "Hey, this is me."
Lying right now.
I did
Brian's
not. I
didn't do. I did all this research, but when it came to looking at penises on my computer, I don't touch the stuff.
I focus on the crime, man. That's not a crime. If so, I'd have to lock myself up. Couldn't even get through it without laughing. All right.
Oh, yeah. So,
But no,
all
he's
right.
in Boogie Nights, right? I mean, you remember Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember Roller Girl.
I was just gonna say it's 7.9 out of 10 stars. Heather Graham is Roller Girl.
Yeah, I like Heather Graham a lot. I still think I like her.
As Roller Girl and not. This light porn movie receives 36 awards from things like Golden Globes to SAG Awards to Film Critics Societies all over. Best casting, best script, best soundtrack, all that stuff.
Yeah, I like that. Heather Graham was hot in that show. She was hot in what was the one where they all with
Charlie's Angels?
oh yeah, she's
No.
hot.
Was she in
No,
Charlie's Angels? She wasn't in Charlie's.
with Mike Tyson and the Tiger, and they all get in trouble.
The
and
Hangover?
The Hangover.
Never seen it.
Oh yeah, she was in that one.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I got to see it. I intend to see it. I want to. But
I think those are all pretty funny. I think she's in that show. I think she's a stripper.
yeah, well, I think she was. And then she turned into a porn star.
Oh, and then she was in.
But she was always wearing roller skates, hence why they called her Roller Girl.
No, I think she was in the Hangover way after.
Oh, yeah. That's an older movie.
And then she was also in the Austin Powers, I think, wasn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe that's correct.
Also hot in that movie.
So, see, Boogie Nights launches Mark Wahlberg. He drops Marky Mark at that point. And
Okay.
goes by Mark Wahlberg and Heather Graham. So, there you go. 1997, Marky's back because he releases 2 solo tracks titled Feel the Vibe and Best of My Love. They were not well received. Also, go ahead. Comments on Feel the Vibe and Best of My Love.
No. I just don't. I guess looking back at it now, just give up the music for a minute. Will Smith did. He gave it up.
Marky Mark stars in some bigger movies that were well received, like Three Kings, Perfect Storm, and Four Brothers.
Yeah, those were all. I saw Three Kings in movie theater.
Oh, yeah. Him and Ice Cube.
T.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was good. They're stealing gold and stuff in the army.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good movie.
All right. All the solo tracks he had right there, along with another song called Here With Me, were released on an album All Around the World. The name of the album, not the songs.
Okay.
They also included remix versions of those songs. So that's pretty much his last foray into music. Well, almost. As we know, Marky goes on to be Mark Wahlberg. He's got the movies. He's got the Wahlburgers restaurants with his family. He marries a supermodel, Rhea Durham. They have kids. He does lots of charity work. He tries to have that assault record expunged. There's a whole FBI file on Mark Wahlberg.
An FBI file?
Well, yeah, because, again, he put a request in to have his criminal record expunged, so they went to look into it to see what it was. And so I'm reading through all the files.
Okay, the FBI wasn't investigating him
No,
necessarily for something they thought he was doing
This
currently.
is because he requested to expunge, and then people started giving him some flack online, like, no, dude, you did the crime. You don't, just because you're rich dude in Hollywood, you can't expunge it now. And he's like,
maybe you don't know the way money works.
Well,
that's exactly what you do.
Money does work like that, but now with the transparency of the internet age, it's like you can't always hide that stuff. He could have got away with it, but then someone's like, oh, hey, I noticed I was just combing through public record and Mark Wahlberg
Brian, let me ask
wanted
you
to
this.
expunge his crimes as a youth.
You've been taken by one of the best ruses in the history of the world.
Oh, I like this. What is
we
this?
think, oh, he's trying to expunge that, but he got shown up by the internet. No, he's using the internet for publicity.
Oh.
Hey, let's act like I'm trying to expunge it. It'll kind of give me some street cred. Because what he did back then, and I did want to say this, doesn't sound like it was that bad. He didn't diddle kids.
That's a bunch of racist shit, though, man.
He didn't rape anybody. He didn't kill anybody. He did some stupid stuff. Don't get me wrong.
That's true. As a kid.
Being a racist and yelling nasty names at people is 100% wrong.
That's wrong.
But it's not as wrong as killing people, raping people.
Okay.
I mean, right?
Okay.
Diddling little kids.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's the big ones, right?
Yeah, you're not convincing me. I agree.
No,
I agree with you. What's your argument?
But all this is kind of giving him some street cred.
Oh, okay.
And
so you're saying
he wanted that street cred.
he just wanted to bring it back up like, hey, remember I was a badass.
Let's just rake up some mud here.
No, the issue I came across was when he was working on the movie The Shooter.
Shooter.
Remember, he was a Marine sniper who gets framed for assassinating the president, and then he has to prove his own innocence.
No, I do not remember that movie.
Anyway, I think Morgan Freeman was the president. They made it into a TV show. So he was doing firearms training, right? And he wasn't allowed to take one of the guns home or go somewhere because he had all those criminal things. And so he's like, oh, I got to get rid of that. And then people were like, hell no, you ain't forgetting that.
Oh, was that what precipitated him trying to get rid of that?
Right.
Getting it expunged?
Well, I mean, just in clearing his name, being I'm a dad and a family man and all that stuff. And so.
Hey, I guess that I guess anybody would probably try to do that.
The Vietnamese guys, one of them was like, yeah, I mean, if he wants to apologize, I'll listen to him. And then the girl who got rocks thrown at her was like, fuck him.
Well, I think I get it. You've done dumb stuff as a kid that you regret.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We've all done dumb stuff, especially as minors, young. Not I'm not talking 7-year-olds, but I'm talking like 10, 12, 14, 18-year-olds.
Minors.
Which is stupid. I wish I'd never done it.
Your brain's not fully formed until you're like 25.
You don't know the difference. You don't know you do dumb stuff.
Yeah,
Kids do dumb stuff.
Kids do dumb stuff.
As long as you do regret it, you try to make amends for it. Sounds like you did.
Oh,
I like Marky Mark.
He's done a lot of charity work since.
I'm glad
he's done
you didn't
a lot
ruin
of,
them for me.
Things. No.
You ever had one of those hamburgers?
No, I haven't been
Me
to
neither.
a Wahlburger. I like to go. Here, hold on though. We're not done yet.
Okay.
I
wasn't leaving.
In the year 2000, just sit down then.
I'm sitting down.
Stop putting your coat on.
Why is Ben taking his penis out?
Where are you going?
That's weird.
Marky Mark, Boogie Nights. We're just doing a size
Brian,
comparison.
leave your clothes on.
You are correct. That is probably a stunt cock. The year 2000, Marky is not officially done with music. In the year 2000, he can be seen in a video for the Counterfeit Gods. It's a song by the band Black Label. No? All right. He is a stand-in for their bass player who wasn't available that day. So they're like, get Mark Wahlberg to do it.
So they just called him over?
Yep. He just stands there.
That's a long time ago.
2000? Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
And finally, as we do, I got a quote from Mark Wahlberg.
Are you gonna say it in in the Boston accent? I can't.
Oh God, I wonder if I can do a Boston accent.
I can't do any of them.
Okay, quote from Mark Wahlberg. When I was a rapper, the groupies didn't have to try too hard with me. Just show up at the hotel.
Good on
Mark
you, man.
Mark Wahlberg, everybody.
I like that guy. I still like that guy.
Yeah, I didn't want to go too crazy with Christmas and all. Not that it's Christmas. Happy 4th of July, Arbor Day, Valentine's Day.
I like. Well, he's in that one kind of a Christmassy movie with the.
He's in all sorts of movies. He's Mark Wahlberg.
No, he was in that one with Will Ferrell and their daddies 2 or
stepdads.
Stepdads.
No.
Something where they are both.
Oh yeah,
they're both like he's a stepdad. He's the dad, and Will Ferrell comes in and is marrying his ex-wife.
Yeah.
And then they had a second one come out with I think John Lithgow was the daddy daycare. No,
that was a daddy daycare too. But
no,
you're right.
and then Mel Gibson was the other.
Right.
Was Mark Wahlberg's dad.
Right.
It was funny. I'm sorry.
I feel like John Cena is in there somewhere.
I think that he comes in at the end like
he's
John's,
like the next step guy or the boyfriend or something.
It's whatever. And it's just the first movie is funny. Second movie is the first movie. I mean, it's great.
Yeah, with John Lithgow.
Yeah, well, that's George Lucas style. Come on.
It's the same. All right.
Hey,
well,
can we put our? Can we make our predictions for Star Warses?
I mean, I get we can do whatever we want. What do you want to do?
Well, okay, so
Ben wants to talk about Star Wars. I wish I had music. I don't know.
Well, do you think? All right, no, we're not talking.
No,
about Star Wars,
no. All right, because Ben said we're going to start talking about Star Wars.
Well, I want to talk about the Mandalorian.
Oh, well, you got 2 minutes right now. Let's go.
Hey, the guy that hires the Mandalorian,
the Empire guy, or
no, the client.
Yeah,
he is. He's a Jedi.
No.
Yeah, he's the Jedi that original Jedi that got all the clones started.
Darth Sidious?
Darth.
Yeah, I know.
Something.
No,
yeah.
It's Darth Sidious.
He was never in any of the movies.
No, just by name.
Yeah, I was reading a little thing on Reddit this morning. Yeah, that's him.
Don't be spoiling things for me, man.
Oh, no, it's not out yet. We don't know that.
You also freaked out when everybody called him Baby Yoda, so.
It's not Baby Yoda, Brian.
It's a Baby Yoda.
It's a baby of the Yoda species.
Yeah, all right.
It's the child.
Have you expressed yourself on that? Are you
It's
good
not
on the
Baby
Mandalorian?
Yoda.
Are you good on Mandalorian though?
I mean, like that show.
All right. Are you gonna make a?
I haven't seen the most recent one yet.
Oh, spoilers! Not gonna tell you now.
I haven't seen it. Have you?
Oh yeah, we watched it last night.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
Watch it right now.
Oh, and The Witcher's coming out tomorrow.
I'm pretty pumped about that. The Witcher's supposed to be Game of Thrones with better fight scenes.
Yeah,
so.
and something I know about a little bit. Okay.
I don't know what else to say, guys. I got nothing on that.
Don't we take it out somehow?
Check out your local media, and if you want to get a hold of us, crimemusic.com is our website. There's an interview I did for Your Podcast or Mine. If you want to check that out, go to either Your Podcast or Mine and look up my episode, or check out our website, and that's up there. There's stickers, like Ben said. If you want one, send me your address and some form or fashion of how I can get a sticker to you, and I'll send it to you. Other than that,
self-addressed envelope.
That would be helpful with postage to where you live.
Yeah.
I will send you a sticker. We had a thing going out for what is your beer that you're sending somebody?
Yeah, well, if they can shoot a picture of them with a green bean casserole on their way to Grandma's house in the car with the family.
And with that, never trust a big butt and a smile.
I haven't yet.